Good evening. So today we are going to explain about amplifiers. That is fourth unit of our third semester electrical subject. Okay. So first of all, I think already I was explained what is meant by amplifier in our last class. Okay, what is meant by amplifier? It is an electronic device that is used to increase the strength of weak signal. Okay, so that is amplifier. So in our last class from third unit, what we learned? How the transistor acts as an amplifier. Okay, and what is the need of biasing? What is meant by biasing? What is meant by load line? Operating point, etc. All these topics we already learned in our third unit. Okay, so once I revise, what is meant by biasing? Make the operating point independent of the temperature variations and the transistor parameter variations is called biasing. Okay, and what is meant by stabilization? Make the output constant irrespective of the variations in the input voltage, that is called stabilization. So while coming to the transistor, make the output constant irrespective of the variations in the transistor parameters and temperature variations. So for the sake of biasing, we are using two methods: potential divider biasing and also a collector to base bias, that is also called self bias. Okay, so in today's class we are going to discuss about amplifier. So first of all, what is meant by amplifier? So what is meant by amplifier? It is a device which is used to increase the strength of weak signal, so that is called amplifier device. It is a device which is used for increase the strength of weak signal is called amplifier. Then amplification. What is meant by amplification? It is the property of amplifier. So the property of amplifier means what? Increase the strength of weak signal. So next is what? Faithful amplification. So what is the difference between amplification and faithful amplification? So amplification means which is used to increase the strength of the weak signal. Faithful amplification means what? Increase the strength of the weak signal without altering its shape, without changing its general shape is called what? Faithful amplification. Okay, so and while coming to the classification, so already what we learned, what is meant by amplifier, what is meant by amplification, and what is meant by faithful amplification. Amplifier is an electronic device which is used to increase the strength of weak signal. Okay, and amplification means it is the property of amplifier which is used to increase the strength of weak signal. Okay, and what is meant by faithful amplification? Faithful amplification means increase the strength of, the process of raising the strength of weak signal without altering its original shape, its general shape. The process of raising the strength of weak signal without altering its shape is called faithful amplification. Okay, and while coming to the classification of the amplifiers, the amplifiers are classified based on coupling, feedback, and also frequency. Okay, so how many types of amplifiers are there? Three types are there. Based on coupling, the amplifiers are classified based on feedback and also based on frequency. Okay, so while coming to the coupling, the amplifiers are classified into three types: RC coupled amplifier, transformer coupled amplifier, direct coupled amplifier. So before going to this, what is meant by coupling? So what is meant by coupling? Simply connection. So coupling means connection between the two circuits or two stages is called a coupling. So the device or the components, those are used for connecting one stage to the other stage or one circuit to the other circuit are called coupling elements. What is meant by coupling? Connecting one stage to, or the connection between two stages, or the connection between two circuits. What is meant by coupling elements? Those are the elements which are used to provide the connection between the two stages or between the two circuits are called coupling elements. Okay. While coming to the amplifiers, two important coupling elements are there. One is resistor, capacitor, and other one is transformer. If we are using resistor and capacitor to connect the output of one stage to the input of next stage, then the transfer amplifier is called RC coupled amplifier. So what is meant by RC coupled amplifier? Here the coupling elements are resistor and capacitor. Means by using resistor and capacitor, output of one stage is connected to the input of other stage. Then the amplifier is called RC coupled amplifier. In this way we are connecting the output of one stage to the input of next stage. Then it is called cascading. So then the network is called cascading. Okay. So here what are the coupling elements? Resistor, capacitor, transformer. If we are using resistor and capacitor as the coupling element, means to connect the output of one stage to the input of next stage, so then that is called RC coupled amplifier. Or otherwise, if we are using transformer to connect the output of one stage to the input of next stage, so then that is called what? Transformer coupled amplifier. If no coupling element is used, means the output of one stage is directly connected to the input of other stage, then that is called direct coupled amplifier. Okay. And while coming to the frequency, based on frequency, the amplifiers are classified into two types: audio frequency amplifiers as well as radio frequency. Okay, what is meant by audio frequency amplifier? So audio frequency amplifier, the name itself indicates what is the audible range? 20 Hz to 20 kHz. If the amplifier is able to amplify the signals with in the frequency range of 20 Hz to 20 kHz, then the amplifier is called audio frequency amplifier. Okay, is it clear? So what is meant by audio frequency amplifier? If the amplifier having the ability of amplifying the input signals within the audible range 20 Hz to 20 kHz, so then the amplifier is called audio frequency amplifier. Okay, while coming to the radio frequency amplifier, so it is an amplifier having the frequency about 20 kHz to some gigahertz, then that is called radio frequency amplifier. Okay, and while coming to the primary function, based on primary function means whether we have to amplify the voltage signal, or it may be current signal, or it may be power signal. Which kind of signal we are going to amplify? So according to that, the amplifiers are classified into three types. What are the three types? Voltage amplifier means if the amplifier is designed to increase the strength of voltage signal, then that is called voltage amplifier. Okay. Next, current amplifier. It is an amplifier which is used to increase the strength of current signal. Then that is called current amplifier. Okay. Power amplifier. It is an amplifier which is used to increase the strength of the power signal. Then that is called power amplifier. So generally in our amplifiers we are discussed about RC coupled, transformer coupled, and also power amplifiers in next unit. Okay. And while coming to the number of stages, so according to the number of stages also the amplifiers are classified: single stage amplifiers and multi-stage amplifiers. So single stage means it consists only one stage, one transistor amplifier is there, one setup is there. While coming to the multi-stage, more than two stages or two stages, means one RC amplifier is there, again second. So like that, so number of amplifiers are connected in series, then that is called multi-stage amplifiers. Already I told you. So the connection between the two amplifiers is like a cascade connection, then that is called multi-stage amplifier. What is meant by cascade? The output of one amplifier is connected to the input of next stage amplifier, then the connection is called cascade connection. Okay, so in this way the amplifiers are connected, means the output of one stage is one stage means the output of previous stage is connected to the input of next stage. So in this way 2-3 amplifiers are connected, then the connection between the amplifiers is called cascade connection. The amplifier is called multi-stage amplifier. Why? Because it contains more than two stages. Okay. And while coming to the ground connection, so obviously all transistors are designed with transistors. So cause of that, if the transistor is operated in common emitter or grounded emitter configuration, then the amplifier is called common emitter amplifier. Or else if the transistor is operated in common base configuration or grounded base configuration, then the name of amplifier is called common base amplifier. Or otherwise, if the transistor is to be configured in common collector configuration or grounded collector configuration, then it is called common collector amplifier. So already in our last classes I told you what is meant by common emitter. If the emitter terminal of the transistor is connected to ground and the input is applied between the emitter and base, and the output is collected from the emitter and collector. So simply the emitter is acts as a input as well as the output terminal, then that is called a common emitter amplifier. Okay. And while coming to the common base amplifier means where the base is the common for both input and output, means the input must be applied between the emitter and base, and the output must be taken out from the base and collector. So then the amplifier is said to be common base amplifier. Okay. And while coming to the common collector amplifier, if the common collector amplifier, the input is applied between the emitter and collector, output is taken out from the base and collector. So simply in all amplifiers, one terminal is common for both input and output, then that is called either common emitter, common base and common collector. Okay. And finally, based on the magnitude of the input, the amplifiers are classified into two types: small signal amplifiers and large signal amplifiers. So these are the different classifications, and one other important classification is also there based on the conduction. Okay. So based on conduction, the amplifiers are classified into four types: class A, class B, class AB, class C. Sometimes class D is also there. Okay. So what is meant by class A? Means here the conduction is of full cycle, means both positive and negative half cycles to be amplified, then the conduction is called class A amplifier. Okay. So what is meant by conduction class A? Here the full cycle of 360 degree of conduction means what? The amplifier will amplify both positive half cycles as well as the negative half cycles, means the output must be produced for both positive as well as the negative half cycles, means total full cycle is utilized. That's why it is called class A amplifier. So here the period of conduction theta is equal to 2 pi. Okay. And while coming to the class B, so in class B, the period of conduction is only for 180 degrees. Okay, half cycle means either positive half cycles must be utilized or negative half cycles must be utilized. That means remaining half must be wasted. So then that amplifier is called class B amplifier. So here the period of conduction is treated as theta is equal to 5. 5 means 180 degrees. Okay. So 180 indicate what? Whether it may be amplifies positive half cycles or it may be amplifies the negative half cycles. Okay. And while coming to the class AB, so here it is very important, the period of conduction must be in between 180 degrees to 360. So how can we draw the 180 and 360 degrees? You see here. For example, in class A, the period of conduction is 360 degrees, means if I apply the input signal like this, the output also produced like this. Means both positive and negative half cycles must be utilized. But while coming to the class B, so class A means like this output. Class B means whether it may be positive halves or it may be negative halves like this. So while coming to the class AB, like this, positive, negative means more than 180 and less than 360. And while coming to the class slightly less than 180 degrees of conduction, for example, for the positive half cycle this is 180, slightly less than, or it may be, while coming to the negative, like this also, like this, means here it is not there, or like this, positive or negative half must be disconnected. So like this, the period of conduction is defined. Okay. So what is meant by amplifier? It is a device which is used to increase the strength of weak signal is called amplifier. Okay. What is meant by amplification? The process of increasing the strength of weak signal is called amplification. And what is meant by faithful amplification? The process of increasing or raising the strength of weak signal without altering, without changing its general shape is called faithful amplification. And while coming to the classification, so based on coupling, the amplifiers are classified into three types. First one, RC coupled amplifier, transformer coupled amplifier, and also direct coupled amplifier. And based on frequency, audio frequency amplifier, radio frequency amplifier. Okay. And based on primary function, voltage amplifier, current amplifier, as well as power amplifier is also there. Okay. And while coming to the number of stages, single stage amplifiers are there and multi-stage amplifiers are also there. Okay. And based on ground connection, common emitter amplifiers, common base amplifier, and common collector amplifier is also there. And based on magnitude of input, small signal amplifier as well as large signal amplifiers. Okay. And while coming to the based on period of conduction, class A amplifier, here the period of conduction is 0 to 360 degrees. Class B amplifier, here the period of conduction is 0 to 180 degrees. In class AB, here the period of conduction is in between 180 to 360, more than 180 degrees and less than 360. And while coming to the class A, less than 180 degrees period of conduction is there. And while coming to the class D to T, on off non-linear switching is there. Here theta is equal to 0, on off condition is there. So these are the classification of amplifiers. It's very important. And while coming to the practical common emitter amplifier. Okay. So the name itself indicates common emitter amplifier. Common emitter means the amplifier here transistor, and the transistor must be configured in common emitter configuration. So once we are going to the circuit, see here, so already I told you common emitter means here the emitter terminal is common for both input and output. Okay, both input and output. See here, so this is our transistor. Okay, consisting of three terminals, base as well as emitter as well as collector. Okay, here emitter is common for both input as well as output. Means we apply the input between emitter and base and we collect the output from emitter and collector. So that's why it is named as common emitter amplifier. Okay, why it is common emitter amplifier? The input is applied between emitter and base. This is the input that must be applied between base and emitter, and the output is taken out from collector and base. That's why it is called a common emitter. Why? Because here the emitter terminal is common for both input as well as the output. Okay, so that's why it is called a common emitter amplifier. Okay, while coming to the construction, so mainly it consisting of input voltage, that means the signal is to be amplified is applied across the base. Then it consisting of input capacitor that is indicated by C1. So what is the purpose of the capacitor, input capacitor here? So it is used to allow the AC signal only and it will block the DC signal. So that is the main intention of used capacitor C1. So that's why it is called, this is also called input capacitor. Okay. So what is the main intention of input capacitor? It will isolate the base of the transistor from the input signal, as well as it will allow only the AC signal and it will block the DC signal to getting the efficient output. Okay, if DCs are there, then the output must be reduced or the gain must be reduced. So to avoid that, the input capacitor C1 is used. Okay, and while coming to the next elements R1, R2. So here the R1, R2 considered as potential divider network. Okay, here the R1 and R2 is considered as potential divider network. So the R1, what is the need of this R1 and R2? What is the need of this potential divider? Already explained you. R1, R2 provide biasing for our transistor. R1, R2 simply provide a potential divider biasing for our transistor. So what is the purpose of biasing? To make the transistor operating independent of the temperature variations and transistor parameter variations. So what is the need of biasing? To make the transistor to operate independent on the temperature variations, also independent on the transistor parameter variations. Means what? Even though the temperature is increased or decreased, the output must be constant. So to provide that, here we are using the R1 and R2 for the biasing of transistor. Here some other important necessity is there for R1 and R2, providing or making the transistor always in active region. So active means providing emitter base junction is in forward bias condition and collector base junction is in reverse bias condition. So through that our transistor always operated in active region. If the transistor is not operated in active region, automatically the operating point may be shifted to some other region, then the amplifier either moves into the saturation or into the cutoff region, so no output may be produced or sometimes the large amount of output may be produced. So to protect that kind of instabilities, here we are using R1 and R2 for providing proper biasing for the transistor. What is meant by proper biasing, or what is the need of this resistor? First one, to make the transistor operating independent of the temperature variations as well as the transistor parameter variations. And while coming to the second very important point, and to provide the emitter base junction of the transistor is in forward bias condition and collector base junction is in reverse bias condition. Through that the transistor made to operate in active region. Okay, and while coming to the emitter resistor, so here this resistor RE is called emitter bypass resistor. So here it will bypass the fluctuations and provide the stabilization for the entire circuit. If any fluctuations are there, those must be grounded and finally the output must be constant. So means what? It provide the stabilization to the circuit, means provide the constant output irrespective of the variations in the input. That is the main intention of emitter bypass resistor RE. Okay, so these are the important components in the circuit. So this is the amplifier. Okay, and while coming to the operation, when the power supply is switched on and we will apply the input, it provides some current cause of input voltage, the IB must be occurred. Afterward, the improved margin must be getting across the collector terminal, that is indicated by IC. So when the IC must be occurred, the voltage must be dropped across the load resistor RL, so that the output voltage at the drop V0 is equal to this IC into RL. So in this way the input signal must be amplified. Okay, so once I read the slide, see here, the common emitter amplifier is a 3 basic single stage bipolar junction transistor. Okay, and is used as a voltage amplifier, means here the input signal is voltage. And the input of this amplifier is taken from the base terminal. The output is collected from the collector terminal. And the emitter terminal is common for both input and output. Okay. And the basic symbol of the common emitter amplifier already I explained. So while coming to the working, see here, the below circuit diagram shows the working of the transistor. It consisting of voltage divider biasing used to supply the base bias voltage as per the necessity. The voltage divider biasing has a potential divider with two resistors are connected in a way that the midpoint is used for supply base bias voltage. Okay. And the below circuit diagram shows the working of common emitter amplifiers. See here, the voltage divider biasing has a potential divider with two resistors are connected in a way that midpoint is used for supplying base bias voltage. The different type of electronic components R1, R2 are providing for biasing. The capacitor C1 is used to separate the AC signal from the DC bias. So this is the working of amplifier. Okay, when we apply the input voltage across the base terminal, the signal is to be amplified and provide some base current. So it must be passed to the collector terminal, and the amount of voltage must be dropped across the resistor, so that V naught is equal to this IC into RL. So in this way, the common emitter transistor acts as an amplifier. Okay. So in today's class, we learnt about what is meant by amplifier and what is meant by amplification, what is meant by faithful amplification, what is the difference between amplification and faithful amplification, classification of amplifiers, and working of common emitter amplifier. Okay. So what is meant by amplifier? It is a device which is used to increase the strength of weak signal. Amplification, the process of raising the strength of weak signal, is called amplification. What is meant by faithful amplification? The process of raising the strength of weak signal without altering its general shape is called faithful amplification. If changing the shape, that is amplification. Without changing its shape, that is called faithful amplification. Okay. So now start based on the conduction. What are the types of amplifiers? Class A, period of conduction 360. Class B, period of conduction 180. Class C, period of conduction less than 180. Class AB, period of conduction greater than 180 and less than 360. So class D, on-off condition. So according to the coupling, to classify the amplifiers. What are the amplifiers according to the coupling? Common emitter, no. RC coupled amplifier, direct coupled amplifier, transformer coupled amplifier. What is the meant by coupling? Connection between two stages. What are the coupling elements in amplifiers? Resistor, capacitor, transformer. What is the need of coupling elements? Connecting the output of previous stage to the next stage. So what is meant by multi-stage amplifier? If two or more amplifiers connected in this way, means connected in cascade by using coupling elements, means the output of previous stage is connected to the input of next stage through the coupling elements, then the connection is called a cascade connection, then the device is called a multi-stage amplifier. Okay. And classify the amplifiers based on the frequency. Audio frequency amplifier, radio frequency. So what is the range of audio frequency amplifier? Audible range, that is 20 Hz to 20 kHz. What is the range of radio frequency? About 20 kHz up to some megahertz, then that is called radio frequency. Means the amplifier is able to amplify the signal having the frequency about 20 kHz. Okay. And based on the magnitude, small signal amplifiers are there and large signal amplifiers are there. Okay. And based on the grounded connection, already we seen common emitter amplifier. So like that, based on the configuration or ground connection, common emitter amplifier, common base amplifier, common collector amplifier. Okay. And based on the primary function, voltage amplifier, current amplifier as well as power amplifier is there. So these are the different classifications of the amplifier. Okay. And while coming to the practical common emitter. So here in while coming to the construction, the very important points are input capacitor, potential divider network R1, R2, and the output capacitor C0, and also the emitter bypass resistor RE, capacitor, emitter bypass capacitor CE. So what is the main need of input capacitor? It allow only the AC signal and block the DC signal. and also provide the isolation between the input and base terminal of the transistor. And what is the need of R1 R2 potential divider bias? It is used to provide proper biasing for the emitter, means transistor. So what is meant by biasing? Make the operating point independent of the transistor parameter variations and also temperature variations, and also provide the active region for the transistor. What is meant by active region? Emitter base is in forward bias condition, collector base is in reverse bias condition. Okay. And what is the use of RE? Provide the stabilization for the circuit. Means provide the constant output irrespective of the variations in the input. What is the need of coupling capacitor output? Allow the AC only, block the DC, and provide the connection between one stage to another stage. So now I conclude the class.